been another busy week here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. A busy week of games coming up this weekend as well. But before we look forward, let's look back at what you may have missed on 810 this week. Brought to you by Bob Allen Ford. This is your Week in Review. I'm Joshua Brisco, and we start with the Border Patrol. They had Anthony Sherman in one of the mornings this week, and they talked a little bit about the quarterback who he lined up behind the end of his NFL career for a few seasons here in Kansas City. Here's Anthony Sherman talking about Patrick Mahomes and his sideline demeanor whenever he has a stretch like he did in the Broncos game, where things aren't always going that great.
It doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, I mean, he puts it on him. I mean, even if it's not necessarily his fault, he takes the credit for it and says he'll be better, and every time he is.
We go from the sausage to the Swanson. Kent Swanson joined us on The Zone this week from KC Sports Network, talking a little bit about the state of the Chiefs right now. And Kent says it's good to remember the expectations the Chiefs had entering this season.
They've made us forget that this is more or less a rebuild year, all things considered. You know, like, I think that this is almost like a reminder of, hey, look, this team still has the best player in the world, and the best player in the world is going to give you a lot of chances to win football games, but your margin for error does not exist the same way it has in the past because you've elected to make some choices to kind of turn your roster over a little bit, get younger, get cheaper at different places.
Then in the afternoon, Seren Petro and the program, he talked to Bob Glauber about the rest of the NFL, specifically where the Philadelphia Eagles stand. They're at the top of the NFC, but what does Bob think about the level of competition they faced so far this season?
Giants and Washington and Dallas and Philadelphia, they just beat each other up, but they'd have these epic battles. Well, they haven't had that in Philadelphia, so you know, when you get into playoff situations, it tightens up.
And there you have it, morning, midday, and afternoon here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. If you missed anything all week long, that's what we have podcasts for. You can check those out wherever you get your podcasts or at 810WHB.com and the 810 mobile app. Thanks to Bob Allen Ford once again for bringing you the Week in Review right here from Sports Radio 810 WHB.
Here at Bob Allen Ford, a lot of things have grown and changed, but one thing remains the same, and that's the Bob Allen difference. We're family owned and operated, and we treat you like family. 'Tis the season to spread some holiday cheer, and we want to thank you for the best gift we've ever received, having you as our loyal customers for nearly 40 years. Thank you for adding us to your nice list. Happy holidays from our family to yours. All Fords are created equal. It's your dealer that makes the difference.